it's always really heartwarming to me when I see trans-identified characters on stage, not just trans people acting in the roles, though absolutely that too, but trans-identified characters, non-binary characters, characters who openly talk about their gender identities.
I think like we need to like rethink how we do casting and how we approach casting, the way that that is communicated to actors and the way that like casting folks think about it. I think it would be really wonderful, even in plays where like everyone is cis, if like, you know, it's made very clear in the call that like, if you need it to be if you need the character to be a man, say like all male identifying people are welcome to try out. Or like we're gonna see everyone that like fits aspects of this character, and like that can be all sorts of people with all sorts of different identities. I think sometimes like casting people and companies are like very rigid and like forget that trans actors and non-binary actors exist.
Why do you think that these stories can only be told with this specific like microcosm of people? And I feel like you're just cutting off so much experience that is readily available to these roles. And I even think sacrificing the power of the story in a way by limiting who can tell these stories. Because when you bring in so many experiences into a project, it just kind of opens up a realm of possibility as to who can be affected by that and who even comes to see them too.
Just showing that you are open and accepting and have an inclusive, safe space will signal to other people, you know, oh, this is safe, this is something I might enjoy. This is a place I can go and I could be a patron, or maybe I could start working there because they've acknowledged that they're going to, like, they've made provisions that I am safe in that space. I don't have to stand outside the bathroom for 10 minutes making a debate. I don't have to worry about offending someone like straight up just by how I present.
I think the conversations are kind of just starting within the theater world. And so there aren't a lot of theater-specific resources. If you're looking for like content and like things to program, like actual producible plays, there's the Non-Binary Monologues Project, which is specifically all monologues intended for actors to use for auditions. But along with those monologues are writers and titles of plays, which can easily lead you to shows to produce.
I challenge theaters to try and construct a whole season of work just by trans playwrights. Not even necessarily as a like, this is what we're going to do, but just as an experiment to say like, where are we falling short in terms of like, what resources do we need to really access those plays, and what resources do those playwrights need also to be uplifted to a point where we can easily find them and identify them.
Theater's about sharing stories. It's about bringing people together. And the more we share, the more we tell stories that are new, that aren't about cisgendered white people, cisgendered white men. Those are great shows, but there's so many more stories. And I want to see those stories on stage. I want to play those roles on stage. And I think there's a lot of people out there like me, or who haven't seen their story or haven't been challenged with a character they want to play. And Boston can only get more vibrant, more exciting if we tell a diverse amount of stories.